Hello there. It's me. I didn't change my title. I'm still the dog father. Um, I don't really know what to be instead. I have a confession to make. This morning, it was one of those things where I like woke up and I was like, okay, I woke up and was immediately kind of fixated on getting stuff going with dog, fixing all the heat stuff we've been working on. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna like slightly get my act together, and then I'm gonna sit down, and I'm gonna start streaming. And it was definitely one of those things where I started streaming before I was really, I don't know, I hadn't fully collected my thoughts. Not that my thoughts are fully collected now, but I've watched the beginning of that stream, and it's like I don't know, I'm awakening from a coma or something. So what can I say? And now I thought I did all the things, but I forgot to do this. I don't know. At the title thing, why do I still do the title thing? Because somebody got mad at me when I said I was gonna not do it anymore. Because it's not funny. I think it stopped being funny a really long time ago, like the made up title thing. But I think Draclin insisted that I do it, and I don't know if I have it in me anymore. I don't know. Entitled, untitled. I'm sure I've made that joke before. I'm sure we've made this joke before. I don't know. Here we are. We were recycling jokes because it's better to stick with a bad joke than to come up with a new one. I don't know. Uh, what I do know is this, and by this I mean Satisfactory. I've streamed a lot in the last few days. I realized yesterday I streamed for like 9 hours between uh, dog streams and Satisfactory, and here we are. I'll stream some more today. So obviously the most important thing today. Oh yeah, we were gonna build this. Oh yeah, we were gonna do this. We had so many plans. The thing I've started trying to do is train station and heavy frames. Is leave myself sort of notes in my save file names so I can sort of remember what I was doing and why. Okay, how's the tree looking? The Fixmas tree. I've been thinking a lot more now that binary put the bug back in my mind about monetizing heat. And I kind of think I know. There are a lot of problems and a lot of things that would make it clunky, but like we could do it. We could do it. I found the two. A fix-it coupon. But that's not helpful. I thought it was going to be okay. We'll. Hmm. I have to admit that that's a surprise. I was really expecting to get a holiday bulb in there, and so we got the bow. So what's our bow situation? Am I wrong? Do we have to? Is it bows? No, you have to have one ornament. Where do we get an ornament? Is it in the? Is there an ornament in here? Is this the secret? Is there's been an ornament in here the whole time? There's no ornament in here. I feel a little bit lied to. I mean, the fact that it gave us that coupon was a little suggestive. I have to say. Okay, watch. We're gonna do something. Are you ready for this? We're gonna actually remember to make a rifle. We're gonna make a rifle, and we're gonna try it, and it's gonna be great. Apparently this rifle takes a whole lot of circuit boards and a bunch of screws. Circuit boards and screws for a rifle, and then rifle cartridges take a bunch of black powder, which I believe we have. So we need circuit boards and screws. I always forget this feature. This add to to-do list thing, which is really quite helpful. Okay, let's just take a gander at the tree. Make sure there's nothing, no surprises. No secret ornaments. Not that I see. Let's make sure that these boxes are still full of, yeah. I got 20 Fixmas gifts for that, though, instead of... Weren't they only giving 15 yesterday? Okay, right, there's no ornament hidden on this tree here. And we don't have the recipe for an ornament, so we can't... I'm just at a loss. What, So here's all our fun Christmas stuff. And I really thought I've had it figured out, that it was going to be, that the ornament was going to be in that vending machine. I was wrong. That one only gave us 15, inexplicably. I don't really understand why. Or maybe they did give me 15 and I already had 5 and I'm just bad at math and inattentive? Is that actually the situation here? Plausible. So, I don't know, I need Ben to show up and tell me what's going on around here. Because this is a... Open in Codex. We don't have a recipe. So can't unlock it here. It's not like secretly hidden somewhere. I think we do have a few things we still need to unlock, actually. It's these things that take so many oscillators. Although we are building... I don't really understand radio signal scanning. It's 50 oscillators, 100 oscillators. So we really should have our train bringing... Oh boy. How are we... That crushed crystal. Get the train bringing that down? Because we need it. Bring train and aluminum. Or... Okay, so we're still making these. Presumably we're... Okay, we got some oscillators. Are we out of crystal again? Yeah, just burn through that stuff. Okay, but the crystal and the aluminum that go here, this one's aluminum, right? We could deliver with the train. Okay, but right, we were gonna do the rifle. It's already so distracted, and I haven't even started anything yet. But let's get some circuit boards. Steal some screws. That's not, we want circuit boards, not high-speed limiters. So we're, okay, we can make a rifle. We need the black powder, that's fine. So our ambition today is to get heavy frames back to the valley. To make those heavy modular frames. To build a supercomputer factory. Which I believe we were pretty close on. We're going to build it up on that hill. So we have some trained stuff we want to do, and we have some... frame stuff we want to do. But first, we're gonna make a rifle. We're gonna make a rifle. I'm a little baffled by the advent calendar thing. I was really expecting something different. Like the fix-it tickets coming there was not expected. Is there something in here? Some trick? Some clever hidden... It seemed weird to have like puzzle. These crazy shapes. Ooh. I gotta get some of this stuff. Let's get some of this stuff. These pillars. Concrete pillar set. Wow, look at the... Oh. Let's get these. Why don't I have this stuff? Well, certainly we want these two things, because... Cool. We've got two things in our cart. That's kind of all the tickets we have at the moment, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, buy all. Cool. Now make a rifle? Not enough space in inventory? Of course. Now have a rifle. We'll turn this into a shoot people game. Not my preference. Not super into shoot people games, but you know, sometimes there's an alien threat. Sometimes shoot people games are okay. That's a lot of black powder. We are so low on steel plate. It is an embarrassment. Copper ore we don't care about. I thought I had a whole... Okay, what does it actually take to make a rifle cartridge? That's a pretty involved thing. Why does a rifle cartridge take beacons? Okay, we have tons of black powder though. Just an embarrassment of black powder. The beacon thing, pretty weird though. Hopefully these rifles are, or this rifle is a useful item. We do have a few radio oscillators in here, for what that's worth. Also have some circuit boards, some high-speed connectors, some AI limiters, so... Should we go work on the computer factory right now? Let's work on the computer factory just to, like, deal with this crap. I want to make just a Christmas box. You know? Just a nice personal Christmas. We can't. We need a place where there's a ton of plate. I really should have... I've got mines here doing nothing, right? These iron mines should just be dumping out plate. Let's do that. Just so we have plate. It's a thing we need. Did I just dismantle a power line that I did not mean to dismantle because it was in front of my camera? That seems bad. Kind of made the dismantle sound. I don't see anything that's powered off. That's not good. Okay, what are we doing? We're going to do a couple things. We're going to make smelter. Smelter. Smelter Skelter, and we're going to orient it thusly. We're going to make a constructor. Not my best work. We need to make this a more powerful power pole. Power pole. Power pole? A power pole powerful? What? Are we out of cable now? Don't I have a trillion cable somewhere? What are you building? Don't we have like a major infrastructure that is nothing but cables? I think that's what this whole thing over here is. Large-scale cable infrastructure. Now I don't remember what I was doing. I was trying to set up that iron factory and I couldn't make it happen. This is an overflow for wire. This is an embarrassment of cable, which we really should have a buffer here. So let's stick a buffer here if I can make one. This would be where my buffer would go if I had one. So let's do this. Let's do what? Let's do Mark IV, man. Let's go all the way. Get it in there. Get that stuff in there. And then what are we talking here? Mark III? So at least we can just buffer up a little cable now. Okay, that's not really enough, but call it good for now. So we have these other things that we don't really care about at the moment. We have these. Let's just dump all these in here. And let's dump all these in here. And so our ambition is to build a supercomputer. And to do that, we need like all of this stuff, all the stuff that we have right here, plus plastic, which we probably don't have enough, but we could ramp up more plastic, maybe, and computers. So we have most of that stuff. Like there's plastic right here. It looks like we're kind of using that plastic. Like, kind of using that plastic. Didn't we do something? Okay, yeah, we have this weird little underbelly thing going on. Huh. This is not good. This is not what one would call good. This thing wants... It wants some of the same stuff as a computer, and it outputs a thing that a computer needs. So that means getting the contents of this. Yeah. So our brilliant scheme, we're out of biofuel. We can't chainsaw. Nothing is coming together today. We did launch the dog. I mean, that's one thing we got. No, they can't take that away from us. We launched the dog. That was a triumph, right? So right here, we're gonna do this right here. That'll let us lift stuff up here, I guess. Yeah, it's not the ideal position, I will admit. This is already feeling like a sideways day in Satisfactory, where there's just too many things to deal with. Like the fact that all we wanted to do was build a wire here. And here. Why is that smelter say it's disconnected? Or is it not disconnected? It's just not doing a thing. So you're going to make iron ingots. You are going to make iron plate. And we're just going to stick it all in a big old thing. Right? And it's probably going to get mad at us about bear belts or whatever. But we're not going to listen. And in reality, we should really have multiple smelters and we should have multiple everything, but whatever. This is not for production. This is just to make sure I have stuff when I need stuff. It's for my stuff needs. I have needs, and those needs are stuff related. So we are in the market for a supercomputer factory, and we're in the market for a train, and we're in the market for some modular frames, whatever those modular frames are. I kind of want to put the train here, but it seems like a bad idea because we already have a bunch of crap over here. So it's not really where I want it, but I think the train's going to go. And we need 4 platforms for a 4x2 to pull off a train. Is that? Seems like a lot. I can't afford this. I just built a thing. It's not going to produce fast enough. Because obviously I should have built more smelters and whatnot. So in the meantime, let's just go over here, find a place, steal some plate. I believe these factories trade in plate. One of these factories back here, some of these factories back here are plate related. We should just ditch this. This is all heavy plate, but that doesn't buffer anymore. Okay. So we are trying to build the train, and then we'll get distracted at some point in the middle of the train construction, and we will build a computer factory over yonder. And that the goods required for that computer factory are unfortunately a bit entangled. This would be kind of nice if we could get away with this. Not that. We zoop this. I don't remember how many. Oh, I think this is going to be a problem. This could be a problem, or it could be one of those things where the game is like good enough. That clipping. The game's a bit inconsistent about that, frankly. Sometimes the game's like, oh, clipping. This is a catastrophe. We can't continue. And sometimes it's like, what clipping? So my hope is that this just rebuilds with the same train. Oh no, our train. That train is out of here. The train has no time for my crap where I delete the station. Ugh. Out of juice. Okay. That is another thing we need to put on our list, is go make more power happen somehow. Like all these stupid bio burners that I hate, we filled them all up. So it's not those. We haven't really built much today except for that single smelter. Power management, I think combat is probably my least favorite part of this game, but power management, way up there. Way up there in terms of just being not... Like, we were... Consumption... So our capacity tanked. What could have caused our capacity to fall off? Kyle, how's it going? Why would my capacity have just dropped? And why does this one thing have power when nothing else in the entire world does? What? Why? Why is that the only thing with power in the world? I'm just trying to build a train over here. Is that so much to ask? Let's get rid of this thing because I never use it and I don't like it. This thing... should be on standby because it's doing nothing. All we did was build that. That's all we did. Such a minor thing. So it actually seems like something failed somewhere, which would be very bad. Like if one of our far-flung oil-driven power plants failed. Like, why is our capacity... Our capacity was... Why was our capacity here and now our capacity is down here? What could have possibly caused that big of a drop? So the only explanation that I can come up with is that one of our very important oil or one of our very important power plants got saturated. That was like a catastrophic drop. So it's sort of hard to imagine how that could have happened. Oh, this game is terrible without a jetpack. How did I play this game without a hover pack at the beginning? Yeah, there's something else turned on over here too. How is that possible? Okay, well, I don't even know what to do. Like, I was scattered enough as it was, and suddenly we have power issues? Kidding me? So the far fields here is like my main... Great Lakes. The far fields. So the far fields... We've got a major oil pipeline coming in from the far fields. Wait, I have power over here. How do I have power over here? Oh, okay. That, I think, explains what happened. So what happened is I think we have power over... We have major power over here. Yeah, remember when I thought I maybe deleted a power cable? Come on. Okay, so that one is dead. So the issue is somehow these two grids got disconnected because I deleted an extremely critical power cable. So let's take this, which is dead. Okay, that explains some things. I don't know why it didn't die more quickly. And now we do this. And hopefully we're online. We must have still accidentally killed something else. But I think I just the fact of the matter is I just unplugged like the most critical cable in this entire area. I accidentally unplugged it. So we just died again, which is, how can this be? Because we still have power over here. We don't. But I'm hovering somehow. So we have power somewhere. Not here. Why am I able to fly? Is the game just glitching? The game doesn't care. Just gonna keep doing this till things work. So we should have much more than enough power. So we're back at 4,000. Our consumption's back under 3,000. So I don't know. I don't really understand what happened. Maybe I just deleted it when I was deleting this stuff. So maybe I was a bit reckless with the old wrecking ball. It's possible. It's happened before. It'd be the first time. Okay, we're going to try to just build an incredible train station over here. It's going to be like nothing you've ever seen. And it needs to face this way. And now this name has changed, which means, unfortunately, that our existing train infrastructure, I think, is busted. But that's okay. So here's the thing that I gotta remember, and I just have to think through this together. So we're gonna have some freight platforms, and then we have a single fluid freight platform, and then we need another train station? I don't think we do. I think we just have this. We got one of these. And this is not gonna reach. So things are going very well. So maybe we can keep the tracks straight. Very difficult to do, actually. Track does not want to be straight. This is also somehow slightly off-center in a way that I find uncomfortable. But guess we're gonna roll with it. And now we'll try to connect this to this. Okay, everything's all good. So, but it did rename our station, our train station. So I think we have screwed up our. I think the whole train situation is a bit effed at the moment. So I don't know what to do about that other than try to go find our train wherever it may be. It seems to be moving. I need a fun little one of those fun little pumpy rail cars. You know the ones. Is the train at that? Where's your train? Anybody see my train? I think the train is stuck at the station. Which is not a surprise, because I really gummed up the works. What's up here? Look at that. Is that a sparkling alien artifact? I should get that, even though I don't care about it. Oh, no, it's a purple slug. I do want that. That is a valuable find. I just died because I jumped off the thing and my hovercraft didn't work. And I don't know if I care enough to go get it or do I just reload? I don't know what to do. When was my last autosave? 7:31. It's 3 minutes ago. Might regret this. We just crashed. Worrisome. Really worrisome when that happens. Fixmas! Merry Fixmas. Is there any clue? You can disable seasonal events if you don't want it. All of the content retroactively. But where is where's the frickin' ornament? I mean, maybe they paste it out such that we'll get that later in the advent calendar. They don't want us to breeze through it too aggressively, which sounds lame. Okay, we're just loaded before we'd even built the train station, which is pretty annoying. But oh well. Okay, so what did we decide? We needed train station, freight platform, power the train station, ideally. Fluid freight platform, which we're not actually going to use at this moment, but it's good to know we have the option. And then we need to destroy all this stuff, destroy that thing, build some that might not have been enough. Good? We're good? We're good here? Okay, now let's go find this stupid train and try not to die by falling off a cliff, etc., etc., etc. Let's eat some berries. They hang something on the wall here, back here. What should we put on the wall there? Why is this train track so squirrely? It's such a squirrely train track. Not a fan. Okay, there goes the train. Everything's broken. It's fine. So what is it we actually want to send up on our train? I think it's from those two buffers over there. It's I think it's just raw aluminum and the already processed quartz. I don't think we need raw quartz. Okay, maybe we do this time and maybe we don't die. I don't know how I made it up here before. Unclear. Really very unclear. Anybody? You're like a... Honestly, not a huge fan of the day-night cycle in this game. It just... It doesn't really add anything. Like, the game doesn't really do anything different at nighttime, except it's just like, oh, this is the part of the game where it's hard to see. This is the part of the game where I have difficulty knowing what's going on because I can't see. And that's not really fun. It's not really a fun mechanic. It's just dark. How did I get up here before so I was even able to die? I don't know. It's the train. Okay, well, I guess we know, just for future reference, there's a... Okay, so we need to add... We want to add after Venray. It's before Venray, actually. It's from here. We need to add... This needs to go here. So what we're going to say is here we load nitrogen gas, right? That's annoying. Here, load nitrogen gas. Here, unload nitrogen gas. And load quartz crystal and aluminium ingots. When we get here, unload quartz crystal and aluminum ingots. Right? Unload this and load heavy modular frames. Okay? And then when we get here, we unload heavy modular frames. So on the way back, and the trick is just going to be figuring out where any of this stuff goes. I think we stick it in the middle car always. I know we can't. Okay, we save the changes. Self-driving's on. Dawn is here, so we can see in the game again. Because it's kind of nice to be able to see at all. Just period in the game. Very squirrely. Okay, I do kind of want that purple thing. The train just hurt me. I know it was the poison. It was probably the poison gas. I shouldn't blame the train. Most evidence would suggest it was poisonous gas. Because that's another thing in this game that I will call... Let's call it terrible. Let's call it not good or fun. Is that there's these poison areas, which is, sure, there's poison in lots of games. But there's no... And you can mitigate it with gas filters, which are annoying and they're a consumable thing. There's no way to just destroy the things that are emitting the poison, which is what you would actually want to do. I'm going to call that among the worst parts of the game. Maybe not the worst part of the game, but among the worst parts of the game. Okay, so the thing we're not doing here that we want to do is put a bunch of aluminium and... Are they trying to kill me? Who was that? Somebody just shot. Some creature just shot flames at me, and I want to use my new rifle on them. Just to, you know, just to break it in a little bit. Where is that thing? I don't even see it. There's a murderous creature trying to kill me. There goes the drone at a weird frame rate. There it is. Okay, let's try this thing. Press R to reload. Well, that didn't seem very effective. Okay. R to reload. Well, I killed it, and in the process, almost died. I don't know. I don't think the rifle... I'm not going to say it was not very good. It was also really annoying. Like, not really annoying, but moderately annoying to build. I think it took moderately annoying gear. Okay, so we want to do what? We want to try... Let's try to swap out this freight platform so it faces this way. And then the thing we want to do is load it up with stuff from that conveyor. I don't actually understand why this conveyor is so weirdly... timed? Like... I think we had started to try to speed up. Like, make it all, Mark IV. But maybe we ran out of juice. So we do have a Mark IV lift. That could be a Mark IV lift. Come on! Oh no! Just get to the. I feel like. Wish more things in this game could give you power. Just let me up there. It's not funny. It's not fun or funny. It's just annoying. Game. Sometimes you need to learn the difference between the two. Okay, that is Mark IV. This is not. So let's try to update this whole thing. We might have enough. Business to do it. That's a Mark IV already. Come on. Just not great. I guess I could turn off the hovercraft and try to run up the extremely fast. Yeah, this isn't good either. Mark IV. Mark IV. We are out of Mark IV stuff, so just ride this down the hill. So I thought we had a steadier flow of this stuff. Maybe I'm just wrong about that. Or it could just be jammed up. I mean, we have a whole... We are throwing a lot of this in the trash, so there is that. But we are seemingly using a lot of the aluminum now. Okay, I should go check this out, because maybe we actually are fully using our aluminum supply, or maybe it really is just constrained, you know, like some slow buffer. A buffer with slow belts coming out of it or something like that. Who can say, really? I can't. And I won't. I'll just look at tools while we wait to slowly go up the... hypertube. That's really not very hyper. So our iron supply, sorry, aluminium supply being constrained is not that, it's not cool. I do think we are not really that close to fully, yeah, so we're, so we must be, we pull off here for battery power. So I think our aluminum supply is just not really what I thought it was. Like, if I remember right, we actually had way more capacity to make more aluminum ingots. I think we, or as far as you know, like resources, I think we have quite a lot of whatever it is. There's like some kind of aluminum scrap material that you have to have. And I do think we have a fair amount of that. Oh, I think we have enough to run 6. Yeah, so I even kind of stubbed it in, where I think we have enough. Doesn't look like it though. So what's the situation here? We are using 90 aluminum scrap per minute. 90 aluminum scrap per minute. We're throwing away a lot of silica. But how much aluminum scrap are we making per minute? We're making 360. So we should be able to run 4. What am I not seeing here? Okay, we are just throwing away a ton of aluminum scrap. It's just going in the trash. So we do have enough to run 4 of these, so we can increase our aluminum output. Well, we can double it, right? And we're pretty close to being set up to do that. Looks like it's going to be slightly annoying. So let's try. So these are, oh, okay, these are foundries. We may not have any enough foundry. Yeah. So we don't have any. We'd need 20 stupid cubes. What's our stupid cube situation? We've got a lot of bauxite. I mean, we could really ramp this way up if we needed to. But meanwhile, let's try to. Meantime, let's try to get 20 stupid cubes. Sometimes a weird thing happens, and someone will comment on the YouTube archives of these, and it's nice. You know, some of them are nice comments, but sometimes it kind of weirds me out that people watch these, because I feel like, especially when I'm just doing arbitrary work and doing a bad job of things, or like struggling with something, like that people watch those things. I don't know. Maybe they just like my voice and want it to be like a little lullaby. Okay, this is what we want. 2 foundries, right? Foundry A, Foundry B. Building these conveyors is going to be a little annoying, but I think I see... Well, okay, we are short on reinforced the reinforced concrete beams. A little short on those, I think. And by short, we have none. We had 37. Just was... Somehow that wasn't enough. We just need some because we want Mark 4? Maybe we should do Mark 5 because we have a aluminum plate with it. We have a bunch of that aluminum plate, so I mean we could just make a Mark 5 because we have no shortage of aluminium up here in Aluminium Heights. Somehow these plug in to something for power, but I don't know how that is. I should just stop making normal power poles at all. Said Scott as he made a normal power pole. Okay, so what we're going to need to do is the following. We need to split that aluminum, whatever that stuff is, aluminum sauce. We need splitters for that. Splitter. Splitter. 3. Okay. Now, we need a splitter that sits on top of that splitter. A splitter that sits on top of that splitter. And these need to be Mark 4s. And this can just do this thing. And this thing. And let's go ahead and Mark 3 all of this stuff, if it isn't already. And there's no... Just to, like, build up our buffer here. And now these are going to make aluminum ingots, both. And we should be right at capacity for these. Like, this should be... We should no longer be wasting that alumina. We output 60 a minute. So actually, there's... This is bad if this is only 60. We need at least a Mark II. So then what? What I think we want to do instead this is not my normal approach to this, but I think this is what we want to do. Let's also go ahead and Mark 3 all this. That's not right. Wait, how's that right? Oh, I thought that was a double. I'm very confused for a moment. Did that actually do the thing? Okay, so that's going to go in, that's going to come out. Let's build a couple of mergers. Merger, Mark 3. Sometimes this game does a very good job of aligning to the wrong thing. Inexplicably. This is a merger. It should be aligned with this merger. And this should be a Mark 4. Really Mark 3. No, it's got to, I think it needs to be Mark 4. Mark 3 is 270. So we should be producing 360 a minute now. And so our ambition now should be to try to upgrade all of this, but we're so low on... Yeah, we'll just have to do that another time. Which is unfortunate. It would be nice to... I mean, let's see what we got. be nice to do all of the stuff we need to do up here to get production, aluminum production up to snuff, at least for the moment. These are a bit slow to build, unfortunately. And I don't think we'd even make enough to get us off the mountain. Really? It's probably not worth doing the thing that I'm doing right now. Yet. And yet. I'm still doing it. Just gonna try to get through that one stack of steel. Yes. No, I'm not. I'm done. Why would I spend time doing that? Why? Okay, so let's just do whatever Mark IVs we can, that was basically it. And that's a cool sky present. Annoying poison that I'm gonna fall through and take damage probably for no real reason. It's just annoying. The rifle that I think I don't like. Did not seem to have a lot of stopping power, this rifle. Oh, you know what we could do? We don't really have enough of this stuff to do it. I mean, the other option is to just Mark V all of this. Just because we can, basically. It's so fast. Okay. So, oh, come on. I think hovercrafts should give you, So we have like one super slow segment? Is that what's happening here? Do we have aluminum ingots? Copper ingots is what we would need. Seems like we need like 50. Something like that. 50-ish. This. We did get 3, so we can make this pretty quickly. Maybe at least make it in lots of 3. So I think we can at least get part of the way, like, you know, through sort of much of the top of the mountain with this crazy speed Mark V stuff. And then that will let us recover some materials from the Mark IV, though it sort of looks like we didn't really recover very much. I guess they must have been Mark IIs, Mark IIIs. But we should have an embarrassment of riches with this stuff at the bottom of the hill. So I'm not too worried about going nuts with it. Like, just Mark V. Really nice to just do this upper part, if we could. I think we did it. So at some point we hit a place that is not fast. Because we're very jammed up. Oh, come on. Enough with the poison. Come on. It's not fun. Nobody likes the poison. Let's chainsaw this down while we're here. This beautiful ancient alien tree. Okay, so we're at least Mach 5 up to this first. What does Mach 5 even look like? It's so fast. I kind of wish they had designed these in such a way that it was easier at a glance to tell what they are. Because they kind of didn't. That's all Mach 3 now. So we're all Mach 5 up to here. So, I don't know. Do we just go down the hill and just do it? Or what's our strat? Go down the hill and see how much of that stuff we have. So we built our train station. We're not actually putting anything on it yet. We gotta get those heavy trains back here. We gotta build the supercomputer factory. It's one of those busy kinds of days where you gotta build a supercomputer factory and everything's just getting in your way. Okay, so I think this somewhere over here, we just have tons of this stuff. Look at all this stuff. We have no room for it. We do have a lot of this stuff. Is there anything we could... Yeah, I should have left this at home. It's true. Okay, well... We got 4 stacks. We got a lot, so let's see. Let's see how that treats us as we try to make it all the way up the mountain with Mark 5 stuff. Some of the things are quite expensive. Quite. Now we gotta ride this stupid thing to get up here. Oops. Like, that looks Mark 4 to me. Is that not Mark 4? Wait. Did I not just make that into a Mark 5? It is Mark 5. Okay. They're just not super easy to tell apart. Okay, I think we're actually, and we should be careful here because we are recovering just these mushrooms because I don't really need them. Yikes. Okay. 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 And then Mark 5, anybody? Come on, can we just get with the... Oh, so obnoxious. We're gonna die on this mountain because of this. Like, I'm just over the zipline thing. It doesn't work very well. It doesn't feel good. It's not very good. Like, I clearly have so many powered things around here. Just wish you had a little more reach with the... Okay, I believe we've already upgraded that one. I believe these are all already... Like, the 5 just doesn't look very different from the 4. I guess it has a secondary lines there. It's not meaningfully different, I would say. Okay, we use the dumb thing. Not fun. We just grab it? We just... Thanks. Okay, this is where things are a little weird. But we're not gonna worry about that for the moment. We're gonna just focus on... What are we going to focus on? We're not going to worry about the crystal for the moment. Like the Mach 5ification of the crystal. We're going to let that slide. Get it? Slide. Get it? Get it? Okay. Okay. That's a long one. We're not going to make this. No chance. We're going to have to do the stupid thing. Come on, just grab it. Just... Okay. That went not too poorly. We're not done yet, but so far, not too poorly. Mach 5, and the powerful Mach 5. Here he comes, here comes Speed Racer. He's a demon on wheels. Okay, we have, once again, I'm going to throw away with this one fix-it ticket. I don't think that's really not doing anything for me. Okay. More Mach 5. More Mach 5. 5. Okay, so we should be Mach 5ing it up, which is pretty nuts. Like, that's what, 720 a second? We're definitely producing that much. We're producing half that, in fact. 360, right? So, but I guess I'll take it. The crystal question. There's a question of crystal, what we want to do with the crystal. Okay, so what do we want to try? Do we want to try to uh-oh, we must have missed a spot. There's a pretty intense traffic jam. Or maybe it's just a rendering error? It's kind of crazy. Let's do this. Go ahead and do this. Let's just go ahead and do this because we're here. We're very low on this material. Just over it with the poison. Don't care. Okay, does that get us all the way to the door? Seems to. Okay. I mean, we're not producing nearly enough to warrant that. Are we... Like, not even close, but... Feels like this is getting gummed up. Okay, let's try to do some math here. This is using 22.5 a minute. We're outputting 60 a minute, so really we should be able to do one more. Right? We're outputting 60 a minute. So should we have one more constructor? Or do we actually carry it? I don't know that we actually care because we don't really much. We don't need this crystal stuff for much. I don't know. We know it's there. We don't have to optimize every single thing. Or do we? The answer is yes, but not right now. The answer is we do have to optimize everything, we don't have to optimize every single thing right now. The throughput looks bad, but maybe it is just because we have such an insanely fast conveyor. Oh, at least we know we will not have any holdups, any jam ups. From conveyor belt throughput issues with aluminum. Okay. And it seems like we are actually buffering a little here, which is what we want. Very little. But, okay, well. That's kind of a surprise, actually. Because we should be outputting 320 now. And we're using 30, 60. Oh, these are both 90. So 180, so 240. We should still have a surplus, though. We should still have more than we're using. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to just peel off the end of this. So we know we're not stopping this production. I'm not going to slow this production down. And we'll just take that over yonder. And we're going to do this weird, the goofball stacky things, even though I wish they worked a little differently. I mean, it's either the goofball stacky things or we stick both things on the same conveyor, but let's do the goofball stacky things for now, just so we have the option to do things in another way if we choose to. Just get closer. Okay. Don't like it. Okay, let's build, like, I don't know, call it a Mark III. This input. Come on, come on. Come on. Oh, it's so annoying. I should just build more power everywhere, I guess. It's the actual solution, or I can just complain about it, which is clearly what I've chosen to do. Okay, while I'm thinking about it, let me just... Where's the power? Where's the thing? Just, like, let me fly over here. Let me fly over here. Thanks. Okay, really hope this doesn't complain. Okay, so we are now gonna have... Is that all Mark III? Not much. I mean, it's this annoying thing. Which I don't really... How do we have so little? I mean, we're definitely peeling some off upstairs, but not that much. And we should still have an extra 60 per minute. So where is my mistake? You know? Like where am I off? Did I not hook I thought I hooked everything up. Draclin, how's it going? You know, like we should have a surplus. We have 90, 90 is 180. 210, 240. We should be producing 360 a second. So we should have another... Well, we are peeling some off up top for aluminum for... Oh, shoot. Right. We're peeling some off up top for the incredibly expensive things that are 90 per minute. So we're potentially eating that surplus upstairs, even though I think that buffer's kind of full. So I guess the question starts to be like, do we need this down here? I mean, because in fact, Draclin, Kyle, the thing is, the thing we want actually is not ingots. Oh, we do need ingots. No, we just want ingots to make these stupid frames. So let's just send frames instead, because we obviously have plenty of those, right? Am I correct about this? I feel like there's some grave error in my logic. Dracman, how's your day? Okay, let's do this. Let's start taking these. And let's not send aluminum. We don't really need... I mean, as it stands, I don't think we actually need aluminum at home. Right? So let's, if we can, edit the train. And so when we're here, what are we going to do? When we are... Is that here? We are not going to load aluminum ingots. We're going to load aluminum casings. And we're going to load quartz. I'm on the train. I'm on the train right now. Okay, so our goal is, when we're here, we load the gas. I just accidentally got off the train. Where's... Well, the train's gone now. So, goodbye, train. That's okay. We need to go upgrade these belts anyway. Okay, so we'll get aluminum casing there. And then this is a bit of a weird one, but what we're going to do is... I still think we might need this overflow, because I never want to gum this up. I mean, it essentially just means we're throwing away half of our... Okay, this doesn't feel great, but I'm just going to do this for now. Get this stuff going. Okay. And then when the train comes back, we will... It's true. I was... Because this is the people train leaves out of... leaves out of... I can't make the joke because I can't find the name of the train station. The people train leaves out of... Wait, come on. Let me just finish my joke. Come on. Just let me get on here, finish my joke. People train leaves out of Hertogenbosch. This is the aluminum gas train. It leaves out of Hamburg Hauptbahnhof. It was worth it. Was it worth it? Took me a minute to get to the joke. Okay, we're on the people train now. So here it's aluminum... I'm sorry, nitrogen gas. Right. Then we get here, we unload the nitrogen gas, and we load... Well, this is all wrong. The aluminum casing and the quartz crystal, not raw quartz. Just verify that. Then, when we get here, we unload, not this, we unload the aluminum casing. Load the heavy modular frame. When we get here, we unload the heavy modular frame. Got it. Great. Golden. Everything is good. Do we actually have anything to load or unload, or did I do all of that wrong? I don't know if it will load or unload since we don't have any... I don't remember which train car... No, Draclin, this is Subville. Welcome to Subville with all my subs. Draclin, we did it. Space trains. That sounds good. I got a space train right here. Look at this space train. It's really a space elevator, but I'm going to call it a space train. We pushed all the stuff today. We pushed the dog stuff, which, in fact, let's just take a moment to make sure that heat is working. Heat appears to not be working. That's a problem. Why would heat not be working right now? Uh-oh. Heat is working there. Heat is not working in OBS. So here was the big discovery today about heat, is that most, it seems, of the usage of heat at the moment, and the thing that was going to cost me a lot of money if I didn't redo this, was people just kind of squatting. Like they weren't even online. I guess they just left OBS open. So that's here. I started making a thing. Let's see who's using heat right now. Here's everybody using heat. This is fewer people than earlier, which is weird. Does that mean all of the... Why are these... I wonder why my OBS heat overlay seems like it doesn't reconnect. If I turn it off and turn it on again, it's okay. Yeah, now we're cooking with gas. Game Pass Dad is a very good name. Blackwatch Games, Jugi Gamings, Mr. Spock Sound Guy. Let's see what everybody's doing with heat. Zach Tunes. Check Kevin. My favorite guy that had like 5 different channels is gone. Where's that guy? No, it's there. Prince TV. Okay, I'm sorry. They are there. How could I have missed them? But they weren't on the list a second ago. Maybe my thing is broke. I mean, I don't know. Could be all of this is broken. It could be all extremely broken. We should really only have one. I mean, everybody's on a single replica. So it's not like cross-replica issues. Only one replica. All right, what's up with Game Pass Dad? Game Pass Dad is not even streaming right now, but is... Eight minutes ago. Okay, so I guess Game Pass Dad was online and was using heat. We got Blackwatch Games has heat turned on, but isn't actually doing anything with it, or heat is broken. Yeah, I'm confused about why heat is disconnecting in OBS and not reconnecting. Why would that be? a pretty simple reconnect routine. Like it's a little bit hard to imagine how it could be breaking. Let's go through, get all the ads going. Okay, you don't even seem to have heat installed, but somehow you're still... So this one is funny because this looks like somebody that is not even using heat currently. Like maybe they tried it and then forgot, but they have they left the heat overlay in OBS or something, so they are connecting to heat even though they're not using it. Maybe that's what's going on. Or they like are using Lorian board or whatever it's called, Lorian board, and it's connected to heat or something. I don't know. Here's another person. Is that Dave Kroll? Okay. Heat is on here. Is that all me? Okay, everybody wants to click this guy. Okay. We're using heat here. This is fantastic. Somebody's actually using it. It's great. Wait, how many viewers did that person have? Okay, 9 viewers. Well, they're very engaged. They're very engaged 9 viewers. And this person is not online. So I don't know. We've got stuff that we're going to have to figure out. This guy's having a good time. But again, are we not using heat, or did the overlay just freeze, or what is the problem? What is our issue here? We're not even using heat. Seemingly not using heat. I don't know. Maybe they're just using something. Yeah, that one was fun. It's fun. Good job, heat map guy. Okay, what are we doing? We're supposed to have a train come and dump stuff here. The problem is I don't... Is the train... coming my way? Did we waste just enough time for the train to show up? Great. Okay, so... It looks like... We've got... stuff on this first car. And for some reason it seems like we didn't unload the nitrogen where we were supposed to. Maybe because that nitrogen tank is full. Okay, but this is good. So let's get this industrial storage. How do we want to do this? I don't have a great plan for this, and so I'm going to go with a not great plan, which is this. So maybe I bet our nitrogen tank is full, and that's why it didn't empty. So that's okay. You can't really sink. I don't think you can use the sink with gas. You would have to package it to sink it, I guess. Which would be sort of a waste of plastic. Okay. So this is hopefully going to get us the aluminum that we want here. So let's just wait and see if that happens. Okay, wait. We also need to shoot. This needs to be an unload. This needs to be a load. So we actually need to get... let me think about this for a second. We actually need to... Let's split this and put a splitter here. This may not work. It may, I mean, we may just clip into everything, but I'm kind of okay with that at this point. So, and let's set one of these down here for kicks. Let's just try to get from here to here. And, yeah, we need to get up there. It's sort of a weird place to be. 9. We need to get... What is the input? The input is here. So we need to get from there to there. Can we do it? Oh, we did it. Okay. So, yeah. Great. So this is set to load. These are the things we're going to load. We will hopefully get some incoming stuff because we're set to unload. So next time the train comes back, maybe we will actually start to get some of the things we need. And both of those things at the moment, I believe, need to go up here. Which is really kind of not ideal. Maybe we can get them... Ugh, it sort of seems very perfectly designed not to work. Gonna be kind of weird, but maybe okay. The train. Is it gonna work? Jacqueline, I was wrong about trains. I think the train's cool. Yeah, look at that. Look at that load and unload. Cool. So did we actually... How do we do here? Can I not evaluate this while it's animating? Nothing came off of this. Here it comes. Okay. That is a whole lot of aluminum. That's funny. Not ideal. But I guess that's okay. Ah, gosh. Yeah, that's the, like, 2 things on one track is not so hot in this game. I do miss the left side, right side thing from Factorio. I gotta say. Let's try to unload this ludicrously fast. Try to load it ludicrously fast. Okay. That might have been a bad idea. Possibly. It's still not fast enough. I want it to unload even faster. So fast! Okay. That was a lot, actually. 15 items per minute. That was a lot of material. But most of that was already buffered. So I don't think we'll actually have... Oh, okay. We're gonna run into problems. I really think we're gonna... Huh. Like, like this... I don't know how to handle that in this game. This thing of, like... filtering things off so you don't jam up a track with two things. Like, okay. So for example, this is kind of in a weird state, and it would be cool if this industrial container knew how to split things automatically, but it doesn't. You know, I'm just gonna grab this and those will come. So we'll have to add a splitter. The thing is, here's what the thing is. I think if we can get up here, we actually have a present. We have this thing who's currently building these aluminum casings. That can go away. Like, we'll just get those aluminum casings elsewhere. Wait. Hang on. Why was that all ingots? That was all ingots. Didn't I say that was supposed to be aluminum casing? Wait, hang on. What's going on with this train? I thought I initially made it aluminum ingots and then was like, no, those need to be casings. But these are very clearly ingots. So, what have I done here? Then I tell it to only unload. Okay, so I think our train has issues. I mean, maybe that was just the ingots from the first time when I screwed it up, or I don't know. Okay, anyway, point is, we're going to end up with crystals and cases. Dungeons and Dragons. Crystals and cases. Let me fly, please. Is that the problem? Okay. This is the ingot train. The casing train, I gotcha. Okay. So, here's the deal, everybody. We need to get both the casings and the crystals over here. Right? That seems easy enough. Let's build a nice... I hear the train. I hear the train a-comin'. It's rolling around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in... What's the name of this train station? I don't remember the name of the train station. I'm stuck in... Talon? What was it called? And time keeps dragging on. When I hear that whistle blowing on down to San Antone. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. That's a lot of crystal, and I'm not seeing any... Okay. I've got to build... I don't even know what the project is anymore. We got to build some of these. Not these. What even is it? This isn't the supercomputers. This is some... So we got these radio control units. These are important, but they're very slow and hard to build. We need aluminum casings. The big aluminum factory is over yonder. We need crystal oscillators, which needs quartz. The big quartz factory is over yonder. So, like, that we're using the train to bring in some of these critical components that we need. This is going to go away because we don't need any local artisanal aluminum casing because we're going to get that from the train. And then we've got to send back over yonder some heavy frames so we can get started on these new aluminum frames because they're going to be really important to whatever, like, unlock our new production tier, which is going to be big news. Huge news. Okay, I really feel like we're setting ourselves up for some kind of overflow situation. It also seems like we're not getting any aluminum frames here. So I think that I set the train wrong. Is the train still have a bad schedule? We still have a bad schedule on the train that is telling it to send aluminium ingots instead of aluminium something else. That sounds like the problem. If I just had to guess what the problem was, and I don't have to, but I will. That sounds like it. Is that I just screwed up the schedule? Could have happened to anybody. Where's that freaking train? Is it coming my way? Really, I think the train's coming. Okay, I see it. Here comes the train. Here comes the train again. Got kind of a jam up here too. I'm so not even close to that. Objective 4 up in the corner is like we're not even considering such things at the moment. So what we're supposed to be doing is once we're there, here we're supposed to get the nitrogen gas, load it. Here we're supposed to unload the nitrogen. This is wrong. Didn't we fix this specifically? Where we want quartz crystal? Load quartz crystal. I mean, am I... Keep hitting the wrong button. The hamburger helper Baunhof. It's set at the time. Hamburger helper Baunhof. Load only nitrogen gas. Great. I must not have hit save. We're supposed to be... But then I don't know how the quartz crystal even got on the train. We're supposed to only load quartz crystal. We're supposed to only load aluminium casings. That's it. So how did the quartz crystal even get on the train? Talon is not supposed to be ingots. It is supposed to be casings, aluminium casings. We're supposed to load these. Yep, save. And then when we get here, we're just supposed to unload that. And we're supposed to save changes. Let's double check. Okay, it looks correct. Although, there's not supposed to be a double unload at Venray. Venray is not supposed to be a double. I mean, we do have that. That looks good. And this looks good. I just don't really understand. I wish you could edit the train schedule without being on the train. Like, from the train station, perhaps? I don't think you can. Okay, the timetable. For this train, edit timetable. Why was there a double load unload here? There should the only thing that should happen at this station is unload. None. Load only, none. Unload only, none. Yes. 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 Yeah, the station, you funnel the station in, you can see they have these, they're these, you have the train station and then you can connect freight platforms to the train station. So I have these freight platforms connected to it. My nitrogen is full, which is probably why the gas is not loading and unloading, but that's not a big deal. That I can live with. Okay, so if we get the, yeah, I'm just worried we're going to end up with some stupid situation where we have too many Yeah, the sink. I really wish there was like more smarts, like more smart. There's a smart switcher, but that's almost the only smart thing. Um, just to say, for example, like what I would like is like something that was like, oh, let this buffer only pull things from this storage container if the buffer is full or something like that, like a capacitor almost. Like it has to fill up, and then only when it's full do you pull from it, something like that. But that does not exist. As far as I can tell. But I think we got kind of close. We just had the ingots in the system that should not have been in the system. But now that the ingots are removed, ingots are going to end up on this belt. And we're going to go all the way over here. And once we get all the way over here, we're going to split them. Maybe we split them like here. I mean, at least for now. And then once we come out of here, we're going to have to... It's going to be a little weird. But I think it's going to be okay. So the aluminum casing can just go away, because I was cramping my style anyway. I actually don't know how computers are getting over here. I guess I was bringing them by hand. Let's just add some more computers. So that's not ideal. But this is, right now, a very low throughput item, so... we're going to call it okay, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so the thing we have to do now is build a smart splitter here. Smart splitter. I don't have an AI limiter. Because I took them all out of my pockets to put them in that factory over there. So let's go get an AI limiter. Okay, there's our casings. That's good. We got a lot of aluminum casings. Very promising. I wish I could fly a little faster. I mean, there's lots of things that I would, spend resources on or whatever if it would let me, like speeding up the flying speed, for example. Something I'd really like to do. Okay, once we get this hooked up, I guess we'll get a start on our supercomputer factory, which we really may have to like fully, we may have to really reconsider the way some of this stuff works, but, okay, we want smart splitter here, and this should be just easy as pie. Let's make this obscenely fast. And let's say that... So I guess it's out of the... I really wish they labeled these in a way that was sane. But out of the left, we want the aluminum casings. Although I can already see we're going to have a problem. Okay, I think I have an idea of how to do an overflow. I think I have an overflow idea. Maybe. Okay, let's just get started and see what we come up with. So we're going to send aluminum casings to the left, and we're going to send the quartz crystals to the front. And now we should just be able to get aluminum casings over here. And this was the quartz crystal, so this can go away. Like, this is the problem. We're not getting... We really need to separate first and separate them into two buffers separately. Like, we've already ruined this. This already is broken. Like, really what you'd want is maybe like a smart splitting on the storage, but we've already damaged, this is like a broken system now because we can't get, we'll never get this out. So how do we solve that problem? So one idea is a thing that like takes in anything that is, it's like a multi-stage splitter setup that, for example, on the top, I say, oh, well, out of the top, I only want quartz. And so I'm going to take anything, and then anything that isn't quartz, I just send back into storage. That almost seems right, but then it seems like you could have some kind of, you'd like overflow your storage though. All that quartz only added up to this much. Like, it's kind of a bummer you can't add smarts in more places, I guess. Maybe, I mean, unless there's just stuff I don't know about. So the thing I'm imagining is this. So I basically want to say, like, we take aluminum casing out of the left. Anywhere else we say any, and then on the top we do the same thing, and we take. In fact, let's do this so they both match. Let's say down here that the center is aluminum casing. That's all we ever want to come out of here. Only aluminum casing only, and out of here quartz crystal only. And now let's hook this to this, and let's hook this to this. Okay, now let's so now we know, like, what I'm trying to imagine is a way that's now like, oh, if we don't want something, just dump it back here, right? Like, just merge it back in so it gets stuck in a loop. The problem is if you fill up your storage, but I don't think you ever could fill up your storage because you would have just had one thing come out. Does that make sense? Like, you would have always just had one thing exit the storage. So then you would try to merge the stuff you didn't want back in. Stick it in the top, maybe. Is this insane? Like, once you decide you don't want this, you don't want this. So what did I do wrong? I wanted to say center should be quartz crystal, right should be anything else. So I is this aluminum casing not coming out the right. Unless I have to explicitly say, okay, aluminum casing's now going to go here. And so it's getting just dumped back into there. I don't know why I had to do that because it said any. And then down here we say dump out the right, any quartz crystal, because we don't want it. And then we'll just merge those two things back together. It still doesn't work because it's still easy to gum this up. I hate the conveyor belt is too steep is the most annoying thing in this game. You see the idea here? The idea is to, like, if we don't want it, get it out of our face, basically. And just continue to churn through. The problem is we'll never get to this. So this idea doesn't work because we're just continually adding it here. So we will never get this. We'll never get this. Binary, how's it going? Well, I have this smart splitter. Is a programmable splitter different than a smart splitter? Is that what I need? It is. Is it what I need? Multiple items to be filtered on each output instead of just one. A maximum of 64 different rules can be set for all outputs. Okay. Oh. Oh, I can actually make that. I can already make this. I think. But what's the it allows multiple items on each output. So I think I think this doesn't do I think this doesn't quite do the thing that I need. Like, you can have multiple things go to an output, but you see unfortunately I think this doesn't solve the problem. What else uses AI limiters? Yeah, well, no, I appreciate it. I think it's the right idea for sure. But I think it doesn't quite do the job here. What I need is like programmable storage, basically. Like, I need a way to This almost works, but it's like first in, first out. No, it's first in, last out, which is bad. It's Philo. Why is this Philo? Nobody wants that. I feel like I'm almost close on this, like, cycle around thing, but not quite. Not quite there. If it was FIFO, we would be okay, right? Or no, we don't want that, because I don't know, I'm confused actually, because that would be bad. We want the yeah, I don't know. Also, why are we getting no new quartz? Why is no new quartz coming in from the train? kind of a concern, right? So one idea is that we try to do the split back here instead. So the worst idea that I hate, that would be a real pain, is the worst idea would be that we have to use two different freight cars. We need another train. I mean, another car. What happened to... Where's all our quartz crystals? We were just getting none? Okay, they're in there. Even unloading this as fast as we can. Oh, here's all of our quartz. Awesome. There it is. I found it. What do we do? I don't know how to do this in such a way that once you intermingle things, there seems to be no way to disentangle them without one potentially blocking the other. Like, I don't see a way to avoid that, which is a real shame. What you want to do, for example, is to be able to program these exits and say, like, the top exit is only for one thing and the bottom exit is only for the other thing. That would solve my problem. Okay, let's think if there's a way to recover from this issue that we have. I mean, unless there really is a way, maybe there is something to do with something about the industrial storage, but I don't think so. Alright, where's the industrial storage container? Okay, one output is primary, second is for overflow. The one output belt which is connected to industrial storage is... Okay, this is weird. First is then the one with priority. It doesn't matter if it's connected upper or lower, only if it's connected first or second. Okay, this is interesting. If there's an item in the container, it will always try to put it on... Oh boy. One output is primary, second is for overflow. The one output belt which is connected first is the one with priority. Does not matter if it is connected to upper, lower, first or second. If there is item in the container, it will always try to put it on the priority belt. Only if the priority belt is full, then it will put it on the overflow belt. Is for underflow. If the internal storage is almost full, storage will always try to take an item from the priority belt first. Interesting. If any resource is overproduced, industrial storage will send it to overflow. Oh boy. That's from 2 years ago. Big follows. I thought it was by G follows. It's funny that message got through when I got a notification from Twitch today that said suspicious user detection is now live on your channel. This feature uses machine learning to identify potential channel ban evaders in your community. So it's weird that it didn't catch the person who says the same thing all the time with the same URL all the time. But that is what, wait, intelligent splitters are for? Are they just talking? Wait, you now can define the outputs with overflow. It's kind of easier, quite cheap. Oh boy.
What's going on, everybody? This is Max.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? This is how we talk because it's YouTube. Hey, guys. Wait, overflow splitter functionality. How?
One of my most recent videos, a workaround for the overflow splitter that wasn't perfect, but it worked well enough. And now we finally have the functionality in the game in the form of smart splitters and programmable splitters.
Why is this a 5-minute video?
Right now.
Max the Catfish. Weird name. Ben, wait, do I smash the bell?
Let me set the stage a little bit of what we're looking for. If we imagine this as a small version of our base, sort of, we want to send that concrete to a storage container somewhere in our base so we can use that concrete to build with. I use concrete for everything. I necessarily want my concrete constructors to stop working. And this is something that we can now do with the overflow splitter. Now, in the past, some people have used the industrial storage to do this, but with the overflow like the one in the splitter is much easier to acquire. And once you unlock AI limiter, the reinforced iron plates. And once you unlock this and place it down here between our production and our storage, and I'm going to connect this up using a belt. Get those good 90-degree angles there. And right off the bat, you'll see resources going into the splitter, but unlike regular splitter, this view shows you the different outputs. We have a left output, which we connected to our belt here, disconnected. See our concrete now flowing through, and we also have to connect a belt to our awesome sink, like this.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you'll notice that no resources are flowing through to the awesome sink, and that's because we haven't configured the overflow splitter to do this. Now, what we want to do is go back to this smart splitter, and we want to choose the right output. Now, turns out you can choose either concrete or overflow.
Oh, overflow is an option. Okay, gosh, that would have been so good if I could have just known this in 1 second. If somebody in 1 second. So, good, great. YouTube is bad for learning information. Okay, now we know. Now we know how to deal with... So overflow is just straight up an option. So that's good. So now, what do we want to do with this information? So we get all this in here. So we're kind of in trouble early on. So what I'm trying to decide is, do we try to overflow split like right here? And I think the answer is probably yes. This is going to be ridiculous because there's going to be so much. Yeah, I know. There's going to be so much stuff here. I don't really know what to do about this. It's true. Okay, so this is going to be goofy, right? Because we have to first merge these, then split them. I don't know. This still doesn't quite solve the problem here, right? Like, so here's what's in my brain for how to do this, which I think is sounds weird, but whatever. Let's pretend. Hey guys, it's me. I want to show you my new merge, unmerge strategy. Smart smart splitter technology. And it works like this. So first, guys, what you're going to want to do is hit that bell, ring that bell. And we want to... I still like this ridiculous idea of splitting and then sending up to the alternate path. I do kind of like that. So, like, we'll have a split and a merge. So let's stack 2 splitters. There's probably a reason this doesn't work, but I gotta get those likes. Here's my hot strat. This is not even the overflow part, by the way. This is not the overflow. This is just the regular old flow to start with. So the hot strat goes as follows. We're going to take this output into each of these, and we're going to say the top one is only going to be for... Oh, I'm sorry. That was supposed to be a smart splitter. I messed up. Guys, ring that bell. I messed up. Don't ring the bell. Can we do this? Let's just throw it in the trash. I don't care. Okay. Those are supposed to be smart splitters. I messed up. Take 2. Hey guys, it's me again. With a new tip. Alert bell. Yeah, that's the bell. That's it. You got it. Let's just... When we do this, it doesn't actually ever connect properly. But let's just do it anyway, even though we know it's not going to connect properly. Just... be a little game I play with myself. Okay, we have 2 smart splitters. These are not actually connected, probably. Okie dokie. Let's try this. You're going to love it. Plug this in here. Good. Plug this in here. So the idea is as follows. So this is just like get stuff off the train. We're not even worried about overflow yet. What we want to do is like we only... Wait, why did my smart splitter let stuff through? Oh, because it's set to any. So center is only going to be quartz on top, quartz crystal on top, and center is only going to be casing on bottom. And in both cases, the left will be the opposite of that. So in this case, we want casing going there. Yeah. And in this case, we want quartz going here. And then as this stuff comes out, when we don't like it, we'll just cram it up here and down here. And we'll ignore the fact that we're really compromising the sacred integrity of the game graphics by clipping. So we know we're always going to get all our aluminum on bottom. And then when we catch up here, it's going to be fine because the same thing will be true. So then out of this, we need another smart splitter for each of these that is going to be the overflow. So we need another set of this nonsense. Is this making sense? How do we feel about this? I think it's pretty good. I think it's great. I think this is kind of my opus. We need 2 more smart splitters. And this one is just quartz crystal and then overflow to the left. It's to the right also. And this is aluminum casing, overflow, and overflow. The train's doing its thing, I think. I think we got the train going. I mean, other than the fact that it merges the contents of the cargo, which ruins everything. But now that we've invented this brand new splitter system, it's going to be fine. And then the really dumb thing we're going to do is after this splitter, we're going to merge it. We're going to make a merger and an acquisition. We're going to merge it. We're going to merge the overflows. It's not going to happen. A merger. We're going to have clipping. Is it going to be mad about the clipping? It hates having a too extreme bend somewhere, but clipping, it's like, no problem. So these are our two overflows. And then I believe we have an awesome sink, like right. Oh, maybe I got rid of it. Where is the awesome sink? I got rid of the awesome sink. We got to make a new sink. And now this stupid thing. Wait, why? Okay, yes, because that is technically true. We have overflowed. So this is technically correct, even though it looks really dumb. And now we need to try to build an awesome sink. Ben, where's my freaking Christmas ornament? That's the real question here. Everything else is a distraction. Where is the Christmas ornament? How am I supposed to play this game? It's the only reason I turned it on today. Okay, and we're just gonna throw anything that overflows into the trash. Straight to the dumpster. Day 4? What am I supposed to do today? Okay, so this is all overflow. This goes in the trash. Throw it in the trash. This seems kind of heinous to do this, but you do what you gotta do, apparently. So now we need to get from here, which are now 2 valid outputs that we're happy with. We need to somehow get these up here in a way that the game is going to tolerate. What is our strategy? We could use lifts. We could just clip through the floor and not care, like this. I mean, you know, I don't like it, but yeah, I thought there was going to be new, exciting content every day. Okay, now I will say something honestly, and I say this I honestly feel this way. Now I'm embarrassed and I feel bad that I don't have the nice 90-degree bends everywhere that guy in the video does. So I'm kind of bummed out about it. I feel like my planet's a mess. Can't compete with that guy. But what am I to do? What is one to do? Okay, is this the aluminium? Yeah. Why are we doing with these slow scrub tier conveyor belts? I mean, I have redone everything. Okay, actually, here was my strategy for that, Ben, was on that tier, like you're dealing with like modular engines and stuff. Some of that stuff, and I even still have some of those cases, I didn't even think about getting full factories there. And I was like hand loading that really low yield stuff. So I just, wherever it was, sometimes I was making it in my pockets, like whatever. It just depends on whatever it was. I guess is how I would say I got through some of that stuff, maybe slightly. I mean, I didn't get it through it quickly because I spent a million hours on this game, but okay, so we get here. And then we have this whole rigmarole where now we have this thing that's totally full. That's a thing that does bother me about this game is like I end up with so many suitcases of things that I can never pick up because my inventory is always full. Yeah, I don't know if that was clear advice, but I guess my advice was sometimes don't build factories. Sometimes just put things where they go. Okay, so this is the quartz needs to go this way. So I'm just going to leave these splitters here, I guess. I don't want to. Change my mind. So quartz is upstairs. Aluminum is downstairs. Wait, is the quartz gone already? Was that all of the quartz? That doesn't bode well. Well, okay, I have a billion quartz in my pocket, but still. Okay, we didn't build any kind of overflow, did we? We don't, so we should do that somewhere, probably. Let's just continually destroy all these things we made and just have all of this, hundreds of resources that we have no way to really get to easily. Great. Well, let's just build them here, and then we'll try to fill them up. So let's do this, and just have, what? Aluminium. That was the wrong way. A casing's on the bottom, and quartz on top. Quartz on top, casings on bottom. Okay, quartz on top. Casings on bottom. I mean, also, as you can see, I do not have a lot of perfect factories. I think my world is not a tidy world. And I have to live with that. I have to live with myself, with this filthy world I've constructed. Okay, quartz on top. Aluminum on bottom. Is that true? Aluminum on bottom? There's the train. I like the train gives you a little honk when it shows up. Just to let you know. The fun thing is, I don't know why I'm doing all this work, because we don't actually... I mean, we do. I want to do the radar stuff. I want to get that stuff going, but it is not critical. The stuff I'm building right here is not critical. 8-story factory. Okay, cool. So yeah, maybe that's... I don't have anything more than 2 stories at all, I don't think. Is it really better? Is it better to go for height? I mean, it's a big planet, right? Okay. So now we can do this. We only use 18 per minute, and it is just painfully slow. Where's this reinforced plate coming from? Nowhere. Isn't there a reinforced plate factory, like, right here? So we have all this reinforced plate doing nothing? Well, maybe we should use... Maybe we should use it. Well, that... Wait, but somehow... How are we producing so little plate? Because we're not producing enough wire. Why aren't we producing enough wire? Because I diverted factories over there to make screws, but we're not even using all those screws. I mean, I diverted mining over there. And all of this is going into plate, but only one goes into making wire. Because wire only takes 12.5 per minute. So that's only 15. Call it, what, 37.5? Wait, no, that's not true. Yes, it is. 22, yeah. And this is outputting what, 60? Is this a Mark II? It's 60, but we're splitting it. It is a Mark II, but it's impure ore. Oh, bummer. All this is impure. Well, that's fun. That means we're not getting really as much copper wire as we should. We're like slightly overtaxing this, in fact, because we're really only getting... Wait, what am I even doing? 30 per minute, and I'm using 12.5. That math does not check out. So what we need to do is use our new trick and merge all of this and then overflow it. Or like overflow each of these into each other. Okay, here's our new trick. This is gonna be great. This is probably not actually a good idea. So I don't think I have to change. I mean, yes, it probably would actually make sense to just change the split, but instead I'm going to do something ridiculous and do a 3-stage overflow splitter where each of these will overflow into the next one, and then the last one will overflow out the end. That works in my head. Like overflow that one to that one there. I think we actually don't have enough room to do it here though. We'll figure it out. That one to, and then here. And then we will set both sides to overflow in all cases. Okay, no, I will, that video, knowing about overflow, was helpful. A problem with, weirdly, I mean, maybe it's not weird, maybe it's just to be expected, but so many of the posts about this game are 2 years old, and some of the stuff just doesn't exist yet. Okay, so our goal is to merge in there, and merge in here, and merge in maybe like here. And so this one will overflow there, this one will overflow here, and this one will overflow here. And let's, just for kicks, upgrade all this stuff to Mark III. Just so we're cooking with gas. Okay. That's good. That seems to be helping. Just upgrade all those for no reason. Okay, so everything upgraded now. Yes. So all this overflow is going in here, which is not that useful because it's It's only 22.5 per minute. So to make this more effective, we would now need to further split these and add some more. And I don't want to do that right now. So what I'm going to do instead, inexplicably, I mean, we seem to be producing, maybe that's why I stopped. What are we actually making here? I'm making modular frames, but I think we have modular frames for days. So I'm not too worried about optimizing that. But we do want some plate, so let's just steal it here. Wait, I have a ton of plate. Oh, I was looking for a place to steal it. Right. Well, I was going to like overflow it to over here. That's still fine. But my overflow just went away. Are these just super slow? It's 2 per minute. Well, now I have got like no overflow, so I think I made a poor choice. Or I'm highly optimized. I thought I had good I mean, at one point this was all load balanced, but I mean, those days must be behind me. I mean, we're definitely constrained. This only produces 5 per minute, so it's very slow. This is an alternate recipe for this, because the screw recipe is so annoying. Okay, how much iron plate do we actually need for these endeavors over here? Like at the moment, we're not really constrained by modular frames. And these also need iron plate to make smart plating. We're not constrained there because we're not even using that. We're not buffering it, which is not smart of me. Like, we're going to be in trouble with these modular engines. That is guaranteed. But let's ignore the problem. I do have, well, so the wire. Oh, you mean the wire? I have overflow. I do have overflows of copper wire elsewhere on the map. I could go back here and make more wire to make more plating, but I don't know. At the moment, I think we're actually fine with just adding a splitter up here. It really does seem low volume, though. There was definitely a period that we were fully backed up here. And so I'm kind of confused by... like, what is using all of our... I mean, something is using modular frames, so these are being used. We are constrained by iron plate, though. So how much iron plate do we think we need? 3 per minute. 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay. So we need 15 iron plate per minute. But we are not hitting that, apparently. Well, we also have some being pulled off from that other... Well, the other plate recipe sucks. Is even worse. This is the good alternate plate recipe. That plate recipe that requires screws. It's so much more work to make screws. That's what all this factory is. That's what all this over here is doing, is making screws. So I would prefer to stick... I think this recipe is better. So really, we're just under... Well, we're making 5 per minute. So we're making 15... We're making a bit more than 15 per minute. And we're only consuming 5 per minute. So it's actually... We need 3 per minute across 5 factories. We're getting 5 per minute plus across 3 factories. So the thing that is messing us up are these. But these shouldn't be making anything because they're totally full. So maybe I screwed it up just by picking a bunch of plate up off the track, threw off the balance. So this actually is load balanced with that. I think I just screwed it up with this. Even though it's not being used. I think it's just because I went and picked up this plate. So, long term, we're in trouble because if all these factories were active, we would be underserved, let's say. We could upgrade this, get a bit more plate per minute. How much do these actually want? So that was 15 total per minute across these. So that's another 6. So we really need another 6. So really one more factory would get us kind of close. 2 more would do the job. But we're constrained on copper. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm really not. Like, this thing is only using 2.2 per minute, and we're not even... We have a whole... I'm okay for this moment, I guess, to hand load this. I will regret that one day, but for now, let's just let it happen. Okay, so we have all this stuff populated. It's all very good. We have, for some reason, only 1 crystal oscillator here. Does that mean we fully used all of our crystal oscillators? We did. So let's stand by here. Okay. So I think our load balancer is a success. It seems like we were able to do the thing, right? We were able to get stuff off the train. We were able to split it out properly. And in any cases where we have too much, we throw it in the trash. Why are these belts all Mark 1? It's not. It's Mark 3. Those are Mark 1. That's not good. Okay. Throwing so much stuff in the trash. Are we feeling better now? It still doesn't feel quite right in here. I can't put my finger on it. Okay, let's just stick all the stuff back in here. Stick all... Hey? Let's keep a little bit of this just in case. Okay, so I'm pretty okay with this. It seems like it's doing the job. Kind of been tempted to just upgrade these all to obscenely fast things, just to like get them through this sorting process as quick as inhumanly possible. I probably overdid it a little. Mark 4's probably fine. I want the Mark 5. Okay, so what are we really trying to do now? We're really trying to get some of those frames. We're really trying to get some computers. So let's just go build the computer factory, and maybe we can hand seed it with everything we need to get those 100 computers, and we'll just worry about actually populating Computer Town later. Circuit City, Radio Shack. Wait. I don't know why chopping down that tree made it where I couldn't fly anymore, but sometimes that's just how flying works, I guess. Okay, so let's do the thing where we just build a silly too tall platform in the middle of this, and then just build all around that. My new factory strat. Do wish we could like zoop around a bit more. Actually, I'm not really pleased with this zoop. I thought we'd be higher in the air. I think it's okay. Okay, so what do we want to try to accomplish here? Let's do one more zoop. And let's get some power in the neighborhood. Anybody? Yes. Enough with the... That one a tree? Uh-oh. We chop down this tree? Okay, so for some reason that worked, and I'm not going to question it. Okay, so computer, Silicon Valley over here. I think we need a manufacturer. We're out of wire. I think there's wire. There's so much wire right here. An embarrassment of wire. Great. Manufacturer. Okay, how bad is it? How bad is this going to hurt my feelings? We're going to try to make a supercomputer. Actually, we have almost everything we need right here in the neighborhood. Right here in the valley, we have basically all of our parts. So let's just build storage containers because I regret it every time that I don't. Can we align them in a way that doesn't make me upset? I think the answer is no. I think they are required to be aligned in an upsetting way. Oh, that was very upsetting. Doing the thing where I'm shrinking into my chair. Okay, so. I hate you. Okay. I don't really hate you. I'm disappointed. Let's try it this way. Just don't like it when things are off center. Is that a crime? But you can't center these the way that you kind of intuitively want to have them line up perfectly. Are you serious? Okay, one more try, and then we're burning this building to the ground. Did not mean to destroy the floor. Guess I've lost my temper. Can we just like leave it hanging off the back just a touch? It looks silly, but it works. I haven't used any of the signs in this game. Ben, did you unlock any signage? Oh, how weird. Signage take quartz? That's kind of cool. So, like, can I just build a sign here that says, cool. A label sign, a display sign. Okay, but I didn't actually carry any quartz in my pocket. That's cool. Wait, oh really? You can show data on a sign? I thought you could just label things. You can show data on a sign? What? Okay. What are we doing here? We gotta... Oh, I see. Okay, I thought you could have smart signage. Okay, what are we doing? We need the following things. Let's just dump a bunch of them in here. We need a bunch of computers. So we have plenty of plastic. We got these other things just right there. So let's do this. Hey kid, I'm a computer. Stop all the downloading. Okay, so some of these things are kind of in an inconvenient place, but not super inconvenient. So for example, we have AI limiters right there. And we want AI limiters to end up right here. So let's try to do that. Is that area limiters? It's area limiters. Great. And these are all fast. Or not. Okay. AI limiters, looking good. Are we producing here? No, we don't have computers. That's okay. AI limiters, high-speed connectors, we also have not too far away. Just like get them here and way up in the air. This sucks. Just let me put it up in the air. It's fun. Just let me have fun, game. Can you please? More fun if you let me put it way up in the air. It's gonna look dumb if I don't. Okay. What are we trying to get? High-speed connectors. Is you. Oh, interesting. Okay, so plastic, we are currently not... I don't know what's going on. We must be totally... Chip production must be fully utilized. We have chips going in there somehow. Surprising, but chips are fully utilized. That's suspicious. I'm actually very suspicious of the fact that chips are fully utilized. So this thing, we actually miraculously have plastic overflow right here. It's like it's like intelligent design. It's like almost like I did this on purpose. That the plastic overflow from this factory is just right there. What a beautiful thing that I definitely did on purpose. So the thing we're missing, which is not ideal, but not a crisis, kind of sucks though, because they're way over here, are computers. Did you know that a supercomputer is actually just two regular computers put together? Not a lot of people know that. We need to somehow get computers from here. Way over there. It's kind of annoying. So it's either that or we make another little offshoot computer factory. Oh, we're definitely doing that because we need screws, and screws have become my most hated item in this game. It's like Supercomputers are just small. Hey, I guess that's kind of true. Okay, we'll just, when the time comes, we'll build some super long, stupid conveyor belt, right? I think it is possible that the number one thing I miss in this game versus Factorio is, let's get just one stack of these things. The ability to like not fully fill storage, like to say, I only want some storage. So I could put trash in here to prevent it, but then the trash would come out, right? So I'd have to put the trash at the top. I don't know. I don't want the trash in there. Okay, we're making these supercomputers very slowly, and we are trying to make 100 of them. So it'll be close to, I mean, we're close to 2 per minute, so like, 120 minutes, something like that, 2 hours-ish. Okay, so let's build a place for these computers to go. And then that might be all we do for today. Though I am kind of itching to set up the, Okay, we made a supercomputer. We did it! I guess we could overclock this. I'm worried about a power situation now, but might be the thing to do. Oh my gosh. Look at these things up here that take 4,000, 4,000, 1,000, 1,000. Those probably all take 50 supercomputers or something like something horrible like that. I should possibly turn this into a smart splitter so it's only sending overflow here. But it seems like things are okay. Oh, we're under... Huh. We are getting some under... Oh, it's because they just can't produce. Okay. Okie dokie. We are making computers. So, that's cool. And we would like to be making those cool frames. This thing. So it takes aluminum casing, which we've got plenty of, heavy modular frames, we've got plenty of, nitrogen gas, we've got plenty of. So I think, hopefully we can just go crank this out. No problem. Except that I don't think we actually have a safe way to get down from this plateau because we have no electricity over here. So that might be wise to take care of. That was not the thing to do. Okay, I'll just fall off here and hope we can gently float down and pick up on the train track. And we did. Okay, great. So, if the train has been doing what it's supposed to be doing, we should have a bunch of heavy modular frames at the train station. Train station looks cool. Making everything else look bad. Okay, right? So one of these things should just have a ton of heavy modular frames in it. To you? I think we can't... Oh, crap. Poison. Oh, boy. I think it's this one. think it's going to be this one. So let's build some storage. Here, maybe. It's going to be too steep, isn't it? It actually worked. What a shock. It didn't actually work. What a shock. It's too steep. Of course it's too steep. It's always too steep. It's always too steep. Let's, where, don't I... What was on a platform? Okay, we got it. We got it. Let's put this thing here. And let's do one of these. Okay, we got all these cells. We actually are maybe a bit short of aluminum frames. Or aluminum casings, sorry. Because we are sending a lot of those. What do we want to do about that? Like, our aluminum casing creation rate... kind of costly to make these, unfortunately. It takes 90 to make 60. And we're not even... Okay, yeah, we're going to have to up our aluminum reduction. We only did 4, 6, 4, 240. We could get to 360. Or was it 4 to produce... 4 took 90 to get to 360. So we may have to like go up there and just massively increase our aluminum production, which I think we can do. In the meantime, I mean, it seems like we are at least filling up the train, which doesn't really seem possible. Oh, maybe it only stops while the animation is happening. So I think what we'll do for now is just split this. This is probably not the play long term. But for the moment, let's call it the play. Okay, so we have all of the ingredients, except for electricity, to make this other dumb factory, I think. Wait, that's not true. How are we going to make this? Is it done in a blender? How do you make this thing? It is in a blender. Shoot. We can't make a blender right now. Oh, man. Okay, we gotta go get blender supplies. I wasn't counting on there being a blender. I wish the train would come so I could ride it. But that's okay. It's not too crazy. We just need motors and those radio control things. We made so many of the radio control things, more than we really meant to, that it's fine. I don't know, Ben. Like, I feel like the state of my world is really bad for this Phase 4. I feel like it is... I'm not... like Phase 4 is going to be a bad situation for me. A grave situation. Because some of these things are just made for such incredibly low volume. It's just, I think it's going to take me, I don't know. It really does feel like I'm 20 to 30 hours away from just Phase 4. Where are the motors? And the thing that is breaking my heart is all of this congestion, because it's stuff I know that I'll need later. I mean, but a lot of it is buffered, so there's that, for whatever that's worth. Okay, we got some motors. We need some of those radio control units. Yeah, it's probably the way to be. Like I tried it middle of the game. I started to be really think more about that, about throughput, but only throughput in terms of the thing I was aiming for, like one of these things. But once I need more than one of these things, I'm sunk. Like I guess I have so many chains of production that terminate with one thing right now, and that is probably going to be very bad news for my long-term goals. But at least we can make some stupid heavy frames, right? We've got that going for us. It's the train. Great. Perfect timing. My train track is an absurd joke. Okay. What were we even doing? We're building blenders. Let's just build it up here in the sky, I guess, so we can avoid poison land. Just let me fly. Just let me fly. Okay. Blender. Blender. So, the blender's a weird one, right? So the blender's going to take some solids. Wow, I really have these pipes, these things perfectly laid out. Okay, and now we need to get our nitrogen under here. It's somewhere? Okay, it's right there. Okay, this looks really nice. Very nice. Okay, and we are gonna make... Oh, look at this cooling system. Heat sinks. It takes water. Look at that. Water and... Is that the alumina solution or is that the nitrogen gas? It is more nitrogen gas. Maybe we can make that down here. We don't have any rubber. I don't even know how to make a heat sink. Okay, heat sink doesn't look too hard. Oh boy. That's just to make a cooling system. That's still not even an end game thing. That probably goes inside one of these other things. Okay. Why, what's our problem? We have no power. I'm glad the nitrogen gas worked out on the train. We still are not really utilizing drones. I think we're gonna have to once we get into like the really high-end complicated stuff. Um, we do 75 aluminum casings per minute is F. That is effed up. That is an absurd amount of aluminum. We're gonna have to, we have to update. We have to up our aluminum production. 75 to make one of these. And the aluminum casings take 90 ingots to make. That might be like the worst. Oof. Like the worst resource situation in the game that I've run into so far. That is a tough one. Well, we're making them. So cool. We have one. Did it. Only need 50 of those. So, great. I have this feeling that my future, that I'm going to just like be redoing everything. I just almost died. That would have been kind of annoying. Definitely should have run some electricity over here instead of plugging that in across the world. Oh shoot, did I do the thing where I downgraded that? I hope I didn't, but I think I might have. Okay, you do your thing. Let's make some of this thing. Get one of these. Interesting that a blender can output liquid too. That wasn't the case here. Okay. Well, great, everybody. It's really cramping my style. I'm gonna delete these. They look so bad. Well, we have a train. We're making the things we need for leading edge production. So something that is giving me hope is that I believe that leading edge production, we will unlock Mark III miners. So we will like massively increase our mining capacity. The thing that is an absolute bummer, but it's the nature of the game, and I'm sure it's just very much on purpose, is that doesn't help you with any production. Like you can overclock those, but you don't get more efficient machines ever. Constructor or assembler or any of those, there's no increase in efficiency there. So you can get more resources from a resource node, which will be very helpful, but you still, to double your capacity, will have to double your... Yeah. You get more stuff, but you still have to build the factories to handle all the stuff. The Factorio thing that would be nice is if it's like, oh, this factory, if I just want to double it, I could just like select it and copy it and lift up in the air and then paste it right above itself, but can't do that here. Okay, how are we doing on crystal meth? Oscillators. 20. So we do need to build up a pretty healthy so while I'm thinking about it, the thing about it was interesting. I use the cut and paste some during Factorio, but I have to say, when I saw people speed running, and during their speed runs they were cutting and pasting, it really felt wrong. Like, it just seemed somehow so counter to the idea of something you should be doing in a speed run, to cut and paste these huge templates. But apparently it is an accepted part of the... I wonder what a Factorio speedrun is down to now. I haven't checked in for a long time. They were under an hour? Right around an hour last time I checked, maybe? That was just completely not the right button. Shoot, and now we've really screwed up because we have... Man, that really blows. Where you accidentally put something in a storage container and then it like goes all the way... Okay, that one's easy to pick up. Sometimes it's hard to get the one that is inside of the machine. Really is not enough wire. We should get even more. Because we want to make 100 of these. 14 per minute. Maybe 1400. Let me go grab some more while we're thinking about it. Let's also steal all this. A mess. I'm pretty pleased with this thing. I feel like this thing is doing the job. Okay, this is a travesty though. Now that I see what we're doing here, how much of this we're throwing in the trash is kind of this is not good. So, first of all, these should be the slowest belts probably, right? Wait, how did we... Why would we have thrown away any... Oh. Okay, hang on. I think I'm not pleased with this, and I think I did a really bad job. So these are Mark IIIs. Huh. So we really need to store these right out of here, or you end up throwing them away when you really shouldn't, just because of conveyor belt slowdown, I think. Like, I threw away a whole bunch of aluminum containers, and that's bad. Those are very valuable. I think we're still throwing away Crystal Pepsi also. Whatever it is, Crystal. Yeah, it's just Crystal. I wonder if we can have a single buffer overflow output from those. That would actually be good. But like, clearly we didn't have enough Crystal. It all went up in there, but we saw it going into the trash. Is it because I'm unloading too quickly? But I want to unload pretty quickly. But I guess not this quickly. That the lesson here? That maybe Mark IV is where we want to be here? And then try to update all this to Mark IV. At least up to the storage. It's all Mark IV. I feel like I need to kill one of these flying creatures just because. Can I go land on that thing? Fly around on its back? Falcor? Okay, that gets us all the way here with Mark IVs. That's all Mark IV. We threw away a lot of stuff that seemed very valuable, which was kind of disheartening. Okay, so let the train come, see what the situation is, and then call it. I like the train animations. That was not very much stuff. That was very low volume. So yeah, this is why would any of, okay, this really is all the way backed up. Is that true? Are we seriously, is that seriously true? We're all the way backed up with this. I mean, so that kind of sucks. Because that means we're just we have a shortage of this. Ugh. That's not ideal. We have a shortage of aluminum casings back where we just were. And we're bringing them here via train to just throw them in the trash. A lot of them. Might as well make these Mark IV so we can not ever have congestion getting stuff off. I think it still seems wrong. Oh, is it you? Well, this thing does the job at least. Let's check on computers, check on modular frames, and then I'm gonna call it. Good kid. Stop all the downloading. Okay, we're like halfway through computers. That's great news. I fear that modular frames is going to be a worse, a sadder story. In fact, to alleviate some of the sadness of that story, maybe we fill our pockets with aluminum casings. It takes so many. Oh, whatever. I'm going to get caught up in another task. It's just... How come I can't domesticate these land whales? How come I can't farm the mushrooms that I never have enough of? The bacon mushrooms. I mean, we seem to be producing here. We sit idle for a long time because we're waiting for frames. So what am I doing? I'm just splitting here. Yeah, it's just a shame. It's a shame. Okay. Oops, I forgot to check the count. What do we got, like 20? 8. We've only made 8. And I think that is largely because of our aluminum throughput, so I think we are going to have to ramp up our aluminum situation. Okay, so let me think about this for a second though, because now I think we can do something better here. Instead of throwing half of our quartz away, which is what we're currently doing, for this smart splitter, if we say the front is overflow, can we just throw away anything that's overflow? Doesn't look very nice. But the stupid game just hates it. mean, it seems like we're not really in danger of having overflow here, but at least we're not throwing away half our quartz. And we're definitely not using either of these. So we kind of just go through here and we try to just, yeah. We just need a lot more aluminum. We're not even using this stuff yet. We're gonna need it soon, and that means we're gonna need even more aluminum. And, okay. I guess that's our next goal. Is more aluminum. Animal husbandry. It could happen. Did they add that to Valheim? What happened to Valheim? Remember how Valheim was this year? It feels like 400 years ago. I mean, maybe this is a little too critical, a little too judgmental, but how, like, how, think of how they squandered being the most popular game on Earth by not doing anything, by, like, not adding anything. But suddenly their game was the most popular game on Earth, and they were like, oh, that's awesome. Give us 6 months and we'll release an update that has more cooking. Like, it's kind of, granted they're a very small team, but they made $1 trillion and could have hired more people. But does anyone play Valheim anymore? Does anyone talk about Valheim? Like, what happened? Did you have performance problems with Valheim? I think it ran pretty well for me. It depended on what, I think the post-processing they had cranked up super high. But I think it ran okay. I played a lot. I played like 100 hours of Valheim. I was like, and I progressively had a worse time the further I got because the further parts of the game were, it got progressively less fully baked until the final boss was just like not even, it was just not good. It was just a slog. It was like, I'm just going to dig a hole, hit this boss because I'm not having a good time. Um, more. Ow. What is the actual chemicals symbol? Oh, well, I wonder if those people. I mean, that game was like, let's take every post-processing effect and turn it all the way up. So it may just be that those people were suffering from in an intense post-processing debt. I don't. It is AL. Okay, didn't remember the symbol. Not more AI, more AL. Okay, save this. Does heat work? Heat does appear to work. I don't know why it sometimes decides not to. Or I really don't understand why inside OBS heat is not reconnecting in a way that it feels like it should. Is heat broken? Did I ruin heat? Is heat like... Am I fooling myself into thinking that the new implementation is working? Too many local things. Okay. Okay. Great. Who are these people? How... Why are they using heat when they're not broadcasting? I can't tell who I'm more confused by. The people who are connected to heat while not broadcasting, maybe they just love OpenBS open. OBS open. It is funny to call it OpenBS. Or maybe they're using some third-party tool that just has heat built in, like what's its face, Lauren board. I can't think of everything in the name of what the thing is called. And it's just like idling on heat. But the people that really baffle me are the people that don't even have heat added to their channel who are connected. Like those are the real sickos. So like this person, heat is broken. What's weird? This person is definitely connected. So it's not that they got disconnected. So I think binary is right. Is maybe they just have a heat overlay in another. They like have it for their I'm going to the bathroom scene, but they left the thing on in OBS that they left the thing on in OBS that even when you switch scenes, it keeps the browser connection active, whatever, something like that. That's probably what's happening here. Okay, the kisses are very popular. I've seen kisses more than anything else. Another person that seems to not actively have. I mean, it's fine. Normally I would say that's fine, except for the part where it's like, oh yeah, those are really like they're eating resources. So what do you do? How do you know? Like we can know if somebody's not broadcasting and we could kick people off that aren't broadcasting because that's weird. Like why are you we could say like, hey, it would just give you an error message that's like, hey, quit it. Or in fact, I'm not actually sure that you can get a reasonable error message when you don't allow someone to join via WebSockets. But um, I guess we'd let them connect and then send them the message and then disconnect. Uh, so that seems like a pretty easy one. The people that like aren't even using heat, and maybe there's a way to look. I think there's a way we can look and see if a extension is active on a channel. Um, it just sucks. I mean, I would do all these things, I guess, if I made money from heat, but it feels not super great to spend all this time making heat robust for nobody. Not nobody, or do it for Dev Jimmy Boy. Sometimes I think, why do I do it? And then I realize, do it for Dev Jimmy Boy. What is going on with this little dancing Pepe? Am I doing that by clicking? I don't think so. Is that me? Am I causing this? Did this person make this adorable? Is this a heat overlay? I'm going to click here and we'll see if the... Is this the best thing anybody's made with heat since Heat Warfare? I can't actually tell if this is... I mean, yeah, right? This is heat. Wow. Somebody made something with heat. Binary, where are you? This is a triumph. This is the... Should I subscribe to this person? Because I'm so excited about this situation. Duh rules. I gotta give this person some bits. Okay, well, uh, thank you to Dev Jimmy Boy. You don't know that I'm watching you. I'm watching your every move. Okay. Well, I kind of like that. I kind of like the idea of there being something just in the corner of the screen that then goes around. It's good. Good job. It's cute. It's adorable. Pepe aside, it's adorable. I mean, I'm like the Santa of heat. It's true. I know what you're doing and where. Okay, Ben, Binary, Life is Yours, Draklin. Thanks for hanging out. We made some trains. It was great. We're in like kind of in dire straits. I feel like in Satisfactory. I feel like we've plateaued a bit. Those Mark III miners are gonna be. It's just gonna mean we have to build more factories, right? Okay, I don't know. Think about it. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye.